Hello, hello. Let's see, we have a mic working. And we are ready. So, hi everyone. Okay, so my vision for today. Okay, this is the vision. This is what I'm imagining us accomplishing today. So, it's the following. And what I'm imagining, you can now look at, let's look at the scene from yesterday. So, we have this ship, it's flying, all is good, we can fire, and everything explodes. Hello, hello, madman. Okay, so this is the scene. Everything is juicy. We are enjoying ourselves, but it's not dramatic enough. I want drama. I want a little bit of drama. Do I want a glass of wine? Always, my friend. Especially before coding, this can only go well. Okay, so what I'm imagining is we are flying, okay, we're having fun, everything is working, and suddenly a huge Star Destroyer zooms in, all the cubes fly away from, I don't know, from like some sort of force field, and after they fly away, there's turrets on the Star Destroyer, and we start fighting those turrets. So this is what I want to do, and the steps are going to be creating the Star Destroyer, importing it, and then making everything move, and then creating this transition. I want the Star Destroyer to zoom in, all the blocks to fly away, and it's going to be amazing. Oh, it's too loud. I'm going to decrease the sound from my computer, and yeah, it might be too loud. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to try working with just references today and without any blueprint to challenge myself a little bit. But I'm not going to stress a lot about the look. I chose this ship for a reason. It's very iconic. I think it's going to be pretty easy making something that would register as a Star Destroyer. So yeah, let's just boot up our Blender and let's start working on it. Hello, multis. Oh my god. 2 days in a row. That's amazing. How have you guys been? How was your day? Or maybe it's morning for you. I don't know where you live. So let's boot up Blender. Delete everything. This is one of those rare occasions where I do need the default cube. So today you survive. So let's choose it. Go to edit mode. Add an edge loop. Go to wireframe, delete this half part, object mode, modifier, mirror along the X, add clipping, and we are ready to go. So let's move back to solid mode. Let's scale everything on everything besides the y-axis. So scale shift y, okay, scale shift y, and we get this narrow shape. Okay, so a Star Destroyer. Ooh, Brazilian, that's amazing. I always wanted to go to Brazil, but it's like maybe I think exactly halfway across the globe for me. And Romania, Romania, you're very close to me, madman. Okay, so let's look at it. So from the top, it's like this weird rectangle shape, um, and from the side, it seems to be wider behind and narrower in the middle. So let's do just that. We need an edge loop here towards the back, and we can take it move this inward, maybe wireframe mode. Let's move it inward. Yes, let's move this also, but not until the end. Select everything, press M, and merge by distance because we made some duplicates. Now let's go to the side, and from the side we want this to probably be smaller. Wait, did I already forgot? Let's look. No, from behind it's the most. It has the most shape. So let's scale it the opposite direction like this. And you know what? I have an idea. I can probably do it like this. I can probably choose those and now scale. So I'm just wondering what would be the best way to do it. So this here. So maybe we didn't actually need to do it. Let's go slightly back. Maybe we don't need an edge loop. Yeah, we probably don't need this edge loop. We can probably just scale X here and move this to the back. Yes, and now if I take to face select this face and this face, and I'm going to scale. Already looks better. Now I can take this edge and move it back. And this also, the front. So that's maybe too much, too long. So I think this is the general shape, probably. Oh, well, multis, are you going to Gamma? Do you know where are you going to serve, on which branch? So we have this crease here. I can probably do this inset. I'm going to scale Z. I want them to be wider. And let's do extrude, right click, scale. So let's do extrude inside. Yeah, that's nice. So we have this shape, but I'm not sure about it. Let's try and scaling it inside. Yeah, that's better. So how do you decide where are you serving? Are there like do you do like something to um, I don't know, some tests or anything? No, that's not a cat. That's my little daughter. So multi, do you have like a place you want to go, or is it whatever you'll get, you'll be happy with? I'm going to try to create this, by the way, if you if you care about the model. Let's look at it from the top, and let's add two edge loops. Let's move them to place, edge select, move it forward. What happens if I press I right now? Oh, great. So what is it? Is it like ooh, well, so you have my curiosity. So is it like Air Force? Is it Navy? Is it Army? What is like your uh, what is your dream? Oh, so is it like being a pilot? Wow, that's amazing. Um, I live in a country where you have um, a mandatory service, and I was for 1.5 years a pilot, but we have a very long course, so I dropped in the middle of the course, and I became an infantryman afterwards. So that's super hard. Multi is the captain of my Star Destroyer from the beginning, so don't worry about it, Madman. So we have this initial shape. I think it should be narrower in the middle. Let's think. Oh yeah, totally, much more narrow. Let's select everything here, and let's do G on the X. Maybe not too much. Is it still okay? No, that's not exactly what we want. That's probably better. So what type of um, tests you have before you can start the course to become a pilot? Okay, I think general shape we have it down. Mm, maybe we can select everything and merge by distance. Take the edges. Select this middle one because I have something weird in the topology here. Let's see if I can figure out what's the problem. I think I have an extra face here. I don't really need this face. Yes, better. You need to complete some year of service. Oh, that's actually pretty smart. It takes a lot of time to train a pilot. A lot of time. I think every hour of jet engine, it's like I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars. So yeah. When I was doing the course, I was flying helicopters, which was pretty cool. But very ironically, I have a fear of heights, so being so close to the ground was extremely scary for me. So I didn't enjoy it as much as I probably could. Okay, so I think we can start working with this. It may be too chunky, maybe too tall, but it would be a pretty easy fix. I can just grab everything from the bottom and just raise it a little bit. So let's start working on details from the top. So let's look at the references. Okay, so we have like this island here, which is raised, and we have another very big island, which is raised, and then we have the command center. So let's try doing this two little islands, and then we'll tackle the big command center. Let's go to top view. I'm going to just remember it's like an arrow that goes inside at the last second. So let's take the knife tool, and is it why I like to doing Flight Simulator? Actually, I never used to play flying games or anything, and my go-to games and the things I like is like I play Escape from Tarkov. I don't know if you know this game, but because after aviation course, I went to be just a grunt, like an infantryman, and I feel like it's like therapy. You feel I don't know, it's kind of weird, but you feel slightly like you doing uh, the same thing as in the army, and I don't know why it's relaxing to me. Probably because I got something wrong with my head, but this is the type of games I like to play. And the reason I'm making this flying game is because someone on one of my videos asked about um, and in Godot each object in 3D has a transform, and he asked me to do a video about basis. So I wanted to do this, and I just wrote a script that propels an object forward along the Z basis, and it looked like a plane. I made like um, a demo, and everybody really liked it, so I started working on it. And now I'm stuck with this project. No, I'm just joking. I really like making the game, but I don't think the aviation course was the reason for me making it. I think what most people don't understand about being a pilot is that the vast majority of time is spent on just doing preparations. You every time you take off in a plane, you're wasting so much money and so much time and so much manpower. You must really get the maximum of it. So let's slide, oh no, like this. Slide it slightly to the front. I think I made it too big. Maybe I can, maybe I'll make it the top one then, the the bigger island. Is the bigger island before this crevasse? No, it's really on top. Hmm, that's interesting. So I probably shouldn't do this dump. So, but I think it gives us enough. It gives us enough of variation and look and details. So we don't need another island up here. So we have this island here. We have this sort of dent in here that I made because I wanted to create this. So I think we can work with this. And now what we want to do, let's look at a different place. So this is the big model. I see that there's probably a turret here, so we'll edit in the future. And okay, this island is not as pronounced as I was afraid. And now we need to make this tower. So we have um, 1, 2, 3 layers and another one slightly before. So let's try and create it. So it's going to be one. I think I'm going to do it like this: 1 and 2, and then I'm going to cut out this part and this two. So let's start by the two main ones. Let's do it. Let's go top view, object mode, take the knife tool. Let's look at it just from the top just for a second. Sorry for obsessing over the references. Um, yeah, really almost to the end. And it's like this 5 edges. one, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3 for me. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it. Top view, knife tool, 1, 2, 3. That's it. And the other one is pretty much the same. But I think, yeah, this is raised. Okay, let's do it like this. So 1, 2, 3. And we need to leave some room for this elevation here. And now we have this type of thing here. So this is 1, 2 edges from here. So it's 1, 2 edges from here. And when you say you said, what do you mean? Like um, worried um, or angry, or what type of said? Okay, so here we have this turrets, and we have this 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 at the side. Let's do it. Knife tool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So I think we have. Oh no, I think we need another one. This here. So 1, 2. Now we want to make everything work. So let's face select and Control plus, and we have all of this. So I'm going to extrude up, and I'll face select this, extrude up, and this extrude up, and may I ask how old are you, multis? Let's continue with this. This seems less raised, and this, no, extrude on the Z, also slightly less raised. And let's look at it from afar. So yeah, I kind of like it. It's not that's not bad. And again, as always, for my level of skills, I think not bad is pretty good. 18. Yeah. Well, that's like a horrible age, I think. Nothing good happens at 18, in my opinion, at least. There's like so much how you say it in English. There's like so much unknowns. You don't know anything. Everything can happen, but as we all know, most paths in lives are not easy. So it's a very scary place to be, just at the beginning of life. Well, good luck with that, my friend. I'm sure it's going to work out perfectly. Most people are are having an amazing life, and I'm sure you're going to be one of them. Okay, so what can we do now? So let's see. That's not a good reference for us right now. Maybe this is. Okay, so we have this raised bed. I have all these details. I remembering there's like from the behind. Yeah, so there's like this bridge. So we need to create this somehow. And I'm starting to get a feeling that I should probably do it from the beginning. I should have probably did a cut here before I started. Okay, so let's see what we can do right now. I can probably try selecting these edges, and maybe let's start from this one. I'm going to move it forward. Okay, that's not horrible. And now I can probably create something here and raise it to look appropriately. So let's take the knife tool again, and let's do it like this. Just look at the reference. So it's straight. So it's straight like this and like this. Let's do it. And press enter, select the face, extrude up, and move it forward. So is it what we want? I probably want this edge to move forward. I probably want an edge loop here towards the end, and I want to take this face and I want to move it inside, but not like this. Extrude, select everything, merge everything, and now let's try again. No. So let's scale this. So extrude, right click, scale. That's better. What's better? Now what we want this bridge. So let's look at it from another angle. So we have this raised tower. Let's select this face, extrude it up, scale on the Z0, make it like this. And now we want it to become slightly forward and to the side and have this shape of an octagon. So let's do it. So let's extrude up, take this face, extrude to the side, take both of these, scale on the Y0, make it straight, take this, extrude forward, and now we can probably try and recreate the shape, even though I really don't like how tall this is. So let's try fixing this by choosing everything here and moving it down. Maybe just choose this and move it slightly up. I think now we can create the octagon shape. So we want this to go up slightly, maybe both of this together. And now just this. And this should go up slightly. Okay, this is starting to look like a Star Destroyer. But I want a little bit more details. I know we have a lot of work. We still need to import everything to Godot. We still need to, animate the turrets and create bullets and lasers and sounds. We have probably 2 more, or maybe even 2.5, like 3 hours, and then record everything. But I still want to make the Star Destroyer look slightly better. So we have this edge inside. So let's select these faces and inset and take this edge and move it. Should I move it? I could probably just dissolve it, but then I'll have something with too many vertex. So do any of you know how I inset without getting this? If so, let me know, but for the sake of the time we have, I'm going to just move it slightly inside, and this will be good enough. And now let's look again. We have this radar thing and two other radars. So let's do it. So I think we can get away with now I want you to cursor, snap cursor to Who cares? Shift A, icosphere, scale it down, move it, disable clipping, and re-enable clipping. Let's go to the top. Let's move our icosphere to the place and to the front. It's way too big. Move it down a little bit. And now I can select. Alright, let's move it up. And now let's just select these faces and extrude them down and scale them on Z0, and we get this nice tower. Maybe I can just do Control L to select everything linked, move it down, and we have this radar thingy. Now, really like the song in the X-Wing trailer video. Yeah, I love it. Also, thank you for the compliment. It's I found out about YouTube. They have this audio library, and it's just amazing. And I feel like I say it on every stream, but people are making things for practically free, which is such a helpful to everyone working. So I got the HDR from someone, I got this song from someone. So people are making this amazing quality things and just setting them free to the world, and it's, in my opinion, such a nice thing to do. I plan on taking all the models from this challenge. You know, I'll have 30 models, and I'll just upload them to HIO and let everyone use them, including this pretty basic Star Destroyer. Okay, let's look so we have these circle things. Now we want this tower. I don't know if I need all these details, like, you know, this 2 pi. Let's see if it looks different in a different image. Okay, so this looks simpler. So it's like a rectangle and a rectangle. And do we have any other references? Here we don't have anything, or is it just cut? How about here? So it's pretty consistent. Square and some square above. Let's do it. Let's do it like this. Let's take the knife tool, cut some square. And I'm not going to stress too much about this square. Select the face, extrude up, select this face, extrude on the X. And we have clipping enabled. So we got this this radio station. Maybe I'll select this face and extrude it on the other side. Yeah, that's nice. That's starting to look better, I think. By the way, if any of you watching, if you see me doing something wrong or do you have any suggestions, let me know. I would love to learn. Okay, what do we still need to add? So I want some turrets, obviously, because we want the turret model to be able to animate in Godot afterwards. And I feel this part is too empty, so I might end up cutting some things here and doing it. And I looked at one of the images, and I don't know if it's something that every Star Destroyer have, but I saw one with a gun. I don't remember if I got the reference here, but 100% I saw a Star Destroyer with a gun strapped to the bottom, and I really liked it. So maybe we'll see if I'll make it or not. So let's add the variation here. Look at top view, edit mode, take the knife tool. Let's do something like this, because I remember seeing this type of pattern in the reference images. And I'm going to select the face, and I'm going to extrude it up, and let's do something else. That's, I think, too much. Oh no, not extrude, just move down. Thank you. And just let's just do a routine merging. Okay, good on me, nothing merged. And yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's add something here. This is also too empty for me. Let's cut here, something very, very basic. And let's select this face, and I think I'm going to inset and extrude down. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Now we have this. If we look closely, now this is the bottom of the star show. Yeah, that's a good image. We have like turret, 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 and the entire game we're trying to create is us taking the X-wing and fighting the Star Destroyer. So we need some turrets. So I'm going to create them now. So we have 4 here, and then I'm going to look at the reference and look for some more. So how does it look? Do I have a better image of the turret itself? So it's like four barrel. Oh my god! Come on, Galactic Empire. That's such an overkill. Eight barrels for each. Is it 8 barrels? Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 per gun. That's such an overkill. Sorry, someone had some budget to throw on turrets. Okay, 2 more here and here. I like it that we have them on different levels. And 2 here. That's and 3 here. Wow, a lot of turrets. I like it. It's going to be fun to play against it. Oh, and I also didn't do the engines. Okay, but that's a problem for another day. So it's like this cube. The bottom part is slightly extended to the front. 2 barrels. Okay, simple enough. And also here, but here it has like some base. Okay, so let's do it and let's drop them on. I'm going to simply, I'm actually going to create one right now, and it's going to be to scale, and then I'm going to move it to the side, and I'm going to save it as a separate object because I'm going to use it in Godot as a separate object. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to add this cube, scale it, disable clipping just for a second, move it to the side, enable clipping. Okay, scale it a lot more. It's starting to look very cartoony, and I think it is going to work well. It might on other circumstances be bad. Now the guns are going to look very big and not to scale, but I think I kind of like this look because when we are going to fight it in Godot, I want us to be able to really see the enemies, which are these turrets. Okay, so let's move it down. Maybe not all the way. Let's take this edge. Let's move it on the X. Maybe take those two and scale on the Y to make it narrow. And I think I'm going to edge select or not and move it down. And I'm going to create 4 edge loops. Wait a minute. 4 edge loops. Yes. Leave them in place. Another edge loop in the center. Great. Now I'm going to choose maybe even another one here. That's a lot of details for something so small, but our player is going to get very close and personal with those turrets, so we need them to be satisfying to kill. So we have to take some time and give them some nice feeling. So let's extrude, right click scale. Now we have a place for the guns themselves. So let's add them right now. So what I'm going to do now doesn't really make sense from a modeling perspective, but I am going to use it when I'm animating the turrets. So I want a single object that I can rotate in a way that both the guns are going to rotate with it. Hope that makes sense. So let's do it right now. I'm going to maybe add this cylinder. I'm going to need a lot less vertices. So let's say like 6. Scale it. Again, disable clipping. move it to the side, and I'm going to do the following. I'm going to edit it when it's still kind of big, and when I finish I'm just going to scale it down and move it back to the turret. So let's rotate. The Y 90, and let's add another cylinder. Scale Shift Z, make it narrow, and now from the top move it to the correct spot. Scale Shift Z again, so I get this. Scale Z, I get this. Some more, move it up, duplicate, move on the X, select all of these, Control L to get all the parts, scale on all axes. Let's look from the top, put it above our turret. Zoom in. And now we can rotate Z 90, scale everything again. Scale Z, make them longer but not too long. I think this is good enough. Select something from everything, Control L, Shift Z, no, sorry, GZ, move it down, move it out, and here. Now let's do a small scale. Great, rotate Y, and we have this turret. Okay, I have a feeling I'm not going to end up really using this turret in Godot. So I'm going to maybe grab this. Let's really get something from everything. Control L, delete. It was a kind of a waste of time, but at least I got to model something smaller, which is always nice. I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to create the turret as a separate scene, import it separately, and then animate everything and edit in Godot and not in Blender, because I think it's going to be more trouble doing it right now on Blender. Okay, so what I want to do now is add the engines and maybe some variations on the bottom, just so if we end up flying underneath this ship with our X-Wing, we are not going to find some boring empty space. And speaking of boring empty spaces, let's add something here, maybe not here, inset, extrude Y, do this. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the shape. So it's now just a matter of engines, variation on the bottom, going to Godot, adding the turrets, and we're going to have this entire, I don't know if any of you weren't listening at the beginning, our goal, okay, the dream for today is doing the following. This is the scene from yesterday, and I'm going to just go to OBS, just make sure that you wouldn't go deaf from the sound. And now look at this. We have this game currently. Okay, can you see the game? So we have this game right now, and now I can fire this lasers, explode the cubes, and I want suddenly, bam, Star Destroyer flies inside, force wave going, flying, scattering all the cubes all over the place, and then the turrets starts firing at our player, and then this entire, you know, very boring, very generic fighting cubes scene is going to transform to um, you know, this battle between an X-wing and a Star Destroyer. So this is the dream, okay? Just to give you some uh, to know what to expect. Okay, so now after we dreamt for a little bit, let's continue working on the engines. So Shift A, going to add a cylinder. This time so I'm going to, I think Octagon worked for me pretty well for low poly engines. So let's scale it, rotate X 90 degrees, look from the top, move it to where, generally speaking, the engine is. Would you do a distort effect? Yeah, so that's you hit the nail on the head, Madman, because if I want to do it properly, I probably need to write a shader that warps space to where the ship is going to appear. But I think it's going to be too hard. Not hard, but it's going to be so much, so a lot of work for something which is not going to be as impactful. So I thought I'm going to hide the fact that I'm not doing a space warp by doing this force field that is going to scatter all the cubes, and then people wouldn't notice. Hopefully that I was lazy, because I am lazy. Okay, so let's scale everything, move it slightly inwards, select just this face, and let's look at the engines in our references. Oh yeah, I have a beautiful images of the engines. So we have one, and then those two, and one centered, and it's like straight in, straight out, and then goes out like a jet engine. Let's do it. So extrude, right click, scale, extrude. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use some particle effects to really sell the effect. And extrude again, scale it again, extrude again, scale it again, and then I'm going to do my usual trick. Maybe just select this edge loop for a second, scale it down because that's too harsh. I'm going to do face select, inset, extrude Y, go inside, scale it out. And then I'm going to select this faces with circle select. Or maybe just do the appropriate thing and just select them like this. And I'm going to extrude individual origins and scale them. Okay, is it too excessive? I think that's not how it should look. Let's look at the top view. Yeah, that's really not how it's supposed to look. Let's fix it. Okay, so let's try another time. So let's also face select. Let's face select this. Great. Also you. Move. Control plus. G on the Y. I want them to go inside. And I'll just select you. Extrude. Scale. Extrude. Scale. Inset. Extrude. Scale. I think that's better. Now let's select something, press Ctrl L, and I'm going to do, I never remember the command for it. So there's like split, yeah, selection. Did I do it right? So no. Let's try again. Separate selection. But I want, yeah, so it's Control L, mesh, separate selection. Now we have this cube here, and we can go to edit mode. Sorry, go to edit mode, select just one of them, and then I can look from behind, Shift D to duplicate. Oh, there is also has the mirror modifier, so let's apply. Apply the mirror modifier. Now when I go to edit mode, I can just select one of them and do Shift D and move on the X. Let's look from behind just to look that it's centered. Let's do some GY. Yeah, I think you're right to multitask. I really, if there's something I need to do is start forcing myself to use the actual hotkeys, because I'm pretty sure it's going to save me so much work. Oh, what is this? So wait a minute. If I hide this, I get this, but I also have two more of them. Oh wow. So select everything, merge by distance. That's it. Okay. That was really bad. So now Shift D, scale X. I have another copy. Would you believe it? Now scale X. Yeah, sorry. So now we want around the median point, scale X. No, you don't want to play. Okay. First of all, let's get rid of you. Oh. And now F3 and write what you need. Let's see. Oh, I do it with the spacebar. Yeah, but I think because I became so used to using this spacebar thing, I just don't end up remembering the hotkeys. So I don't know if it's in the long run. Is it good for me? I don't know. Okay, I want this engine still. I want them to move. So I'm going to move GX10. No. Select everything. No. Select everything linked. So GX5. That's too much. GX1. Half. 1. 0.1. No. GX 0.1. Too much. 0.05. Yes. Okay, so now U, GX negative 0.05. Excellent. U, Control L. I want you out slightly more. That's good. And now we need to take care of those little two from, let's look at the reference again. So we have these four objects. So an easy way to do it would be probably to go to my ship, extrude on both the X and the Y. No, I can do it. Oh, that's a bummer. So I'll just have to do it manually. No problem. So Shift A. Let's add a cylinder. Rotate X 90. Scale it a lot. Move it back. Look at it from the back. Scale it some more. Move it to the correct location. Scale it. Wait, why aren't you duplicating? Oh, I added a new mesh. Sorry. Maybe I'm not sorry actually. That would no, I can't do it. Let's delete, go to my body, edit mode, Shift A, cylinder, scale, rotate X 90, move it to the back, look at it from the back, scale it, maybe rotate Y 30 degrees, and now move it. That's good. Scale it some more. Shift D, move on the Z. Select this also, Control L to get everything. And now we need to move it inside. That's okay. Select both of these. Inset, extrude, Y. Maybe not too much. Scale outside. Select them again because I want to take them out slightly. And that's it. Maybe not. Scale it. Scale this. Scale this. Around individual origins. So yes, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to now continue with our very ambitious plan for this evening. So we have the Star Destroyer. All we need is maybe just some colors, and we might do it in a second. But it's actually everything is gray. Do we really need colors? Maybe just some blacks. Maybe some blacks for the engines and for the details. So you see here, some of these I can probably detail them slightly. Let's try. So let's do this. Select this face, inset, extrude on the X. Thank you. So like this windows also here. Extrude on the Y. You also. That's great. Which ones also need some more details? I think that's maybe. Oh, wait, sorry. Maybe this one. Yes. So I can do some darker grays on those areas, but generally speaking, I think we can stick with gray because the Imperial ships are gray. So now all that is left is, oh, I wanted to maybe add some more variations on the bottom. Let's look at how it looks. So we have this very big crevice and this round thing. So let's do those. So knife tool, very large. I'm not going to stress a lot because this is just some details for if we end up flying under the ship. And we wanted this circle thingy. So 1, 2, 3. That is going to be, oh, sorry, that is going to be good enough. And this is what we're looking for at this hour. So face select those. So I want to extrude up, extrude up. Thank you. And we want to select this and extrude down. Inset. Maybe not inset. Sorry. Extrude down. Scale. Oh, and I see we don't have clipping, so now we are going to scale. And extrude down one more time. Scale it one more time. And I think we are going to finish here. This looks totally good enough. This is what we are going to end up with. So I'm going to, first of all, take this collection and I'm going to call it Star Destroyer. Oh my god, that went horribly. So Star Destroyer. Thank you finally for letting me write this. Duplicate because we want a copy, because I have a tendency to ruin everything when I'm texturing. And I'm going to hide the copy. And do I need any fancy coloring? No, I can just do the following. I'm going to go to my cube. I'm going to go to object mode, apply the transform, select everything, apply object transform, look at it from the side, and I'm going to move it in a way that the center of mass, which is about here, is on the origin. So let's do it. GY, and yeah, that's good enough. So now we're going to do, we're going to rotate Z180 and move it again. And this is just so that we wouldn't have to do it in Godot. Thank you, Multis. You're here with me on multiple days, so you know I have I can do a lot worse. So at least someone here know to appreciate how this awful model is better than usual. So let's apply the object transform again, and now we're going to create a new material. We can just use this material actually. So let's go to base color, image texture, open. And in my downloads, I have this low poly texture ready. Now we can go to, let's do a smart, oh, maybe before that, let's join this together to a single object. And now let's do a smart UV project. Not that it matters when we are doing low poly texturing. So let's go to our UV editing, select everything, scale it down. And we can now move it to this gray here, I think is good. Let's look at it right now. Yeah, it's very bland, but that's the design choices the Empire made. It's not my fault, and I will not hear any more about it. Let's select this edge, and now I can do Control plus some times to select all of these, maybe some more, and we're going to move it to some darker color, not too dark. Maybe, of course, maybe a little bit darker. Okay, that's good enough. Let's select some faces here. And this is a classic case of me not learning from my own mistakes. Every time I do it, I'm telling myself, don't apply the mirror modifier before texturing, because a lot of the textures are being applied, what's the word? Oh my god, I forgot the word. Symmetrically, in a symmetrical fashion. So now I'm just doing more handwork that I could have prevented if I remember to learn from my own mistakes. But I didn't. Good job, me. So let's move this to this darker gray. Do we want it even darker than the rest? No. I think this is good enough. And if we look at the reference, this is some yellow. I see some yellow action going on here. Let's try adding the yellow. Let's see if we like it. No, I don't like it. But we do need some other color for this. So maybe I can do this slightly darker. Okay, and maybe the icospheres just to add some variation. So if I do Control L, it's going to select only this because I know it's a separate object. And I'm going to move only this to not too dark, but slightly darker. Okay, this is it. I like it. It's good enough. I'm going to hide it. And I'm going to work on my am I going to work on my turrets here? So I can't make the complex shape. Let's look at it together. And if you have any ideas, let me know. So let's look at the turrets we found before on one of these images. Yeah, here. So we have these turrets. I can create them in Godot using you can combine meshes, but it's not as easy as here. But if I do it here, if I do the complete model here, I wouldn't. It would be harder to animate them, to make them move using. I have a turret script which is pretty reusable, but I'm going to have a hard time if I'll do the entire model in Blender. So what I think I'll end up doing is create the base in Blender because it's slightly more complex, and I'm going to import it, and I'm going to create the rotating guns in Godot, which is this would be very easy for me to do. So let's do it after talking for way too long. Go to my layout. Let's do a new collection just to keep everything neat. It's going to be a turret. And I'm going to add a cube. And let's look at it again. So it's like this. This is a complete rectangle. This is slightly forward. This seems to be more round. Okay, let's try. So go to my cube, select this edge, take it forward, add edge loops, scale them outside. Maybe, oh, is it medium point? Scale them on the X. Thank you. I'm going to select faces, control extrude. No, it's not going to be extrude. It's going to, let's try just, no, you know what? Extrude it and scale it. Yes, thank you. And now let's do some more edge loops in place. Select these faces and scale it outside. No, maybe just move it up a little bit. Move this outside a little bit, and yes, that's pretty okay. That I think what I was going for. Of course, you don't know what I was going for, so you can't judge me. But let's say that this was what I was going for. Maybe take the top part and make it more. Let's make it lower. Yes, this is, I think, better. And now in Godot, I'm just going to add some hidden cylinder or some sphere and poke two cylinders from them, and then I can rotate the hidden object and create the effect of the turrets moving up and down. And I can take this and rotate on the Z to face our ship. Okay, so that's enough. That's it for now. Maybe, do you think I need to add color to this base? That's not a question for now because I can do it in Godot afterwards. But do we want to make the turrets pop out? Because after the Star Destroyer is going to whoosh in the scene and we are going to start fighting it, I want the player to understand that he needs to shoot this turret. So think about it. Let me know, what do you think the color of this turret should be? Let's move it up a little bit. Let's do it in a way that I can see where I'm going. And now apply object transform, because I think, yeah, the center is good enough. Metallic dark. That's actually a good idea because, you know, all the colors is going to reflect from it, which has probably could draw the attention to it. That's a good idea. So let's call this turret base. And let's call, this is my star destroyer. Let's call this star destroyer. Okay, and we obviously have some some scaling issues. Let's fix it. So let's move this to the side a lot, so we will have some room. And let's select the Star Destroyer and scale it. Bam, bam, ba, 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 bam. Nice. Okay, let's move it to an appropriate location just so we can see if the size makes sense. Maybe. Yes. I said it before. It's a bit cartoony, the turret. I don't really want them to be at scale because I want the player to see where it should fire. So we can't really have this massive planet-sized star destroyer and such a little turret over there. Did I ever try using threads when doing the cubes at the start? No, but I don't know if you saw the stream yesterday. I initially, by mistake, tried to spawn 400,000 cubes, and my computer just started melting, and it looked like I was trying to create the world's most ugly procedural cloud. So uh, I don't know if that answered the question. Did I use threads? But maybe I need to use threads, because I'm very irresponsible with my processing strength management. Okay, enough talk. Let's hide the turret for a second. Let's select the Star Destroyer, apply the object transform once more. Let's hide it. Go to our turret base. Center it. Oh, it is centered according to. You center according to what are you exactly centered? Am I not choosing the correct? Yeah, I know. Okay, so 0, 0, 0, 0. Thank you. And rotate Z 180 and apply object transform. Okay, so I think we have all the prerequisites. My God, don't know how I end up trying to use these words that I can't pronounce. Okay, so let's export everything. File, export, and I like using the GLTF. I'm going to hide it. I don't want you guys to know how messy my computer is. So we want to go to our X-Wing 1 up, new folder, Star Destroyer. Yes, and in this folder we're going to create a new GLTF, Star Destroyer, and include only selected objects and custom properties and export GLTF2. And we are going to repeat this process with my turret. Okay, let's go to Godot and let's see if everything exported as we wanted it to be. So let's look at our assets, models. We want the Star Destroyer, and we have one material and the Star Destroyer and the turret base. Okay, let's. I usually need to add this models to my physics plane controller, but this time we are not going to fly the Star Destroyer, even though it sounds fun. Don't get me wrong, but we want the Star Destroyer to fight us, so we need to do something different. So let's create a new scene, 3 scene. I'm gonna call it Star Destroyer, and I'm pretty sure I'm not writing destroyer right. So sorry about that to all the native English speakers here for my grammatical errors, if I have them. And let's add a visualizer. So this is no, it's going to be a spatial node, and we're going to call it visualizer. We are going to have another one for the turrets. We're going to have another one for the jets. And will we have some more? No, I don't think so. That's it. So to our visualizer, we're going to add the Star Destroyer we just created, and here it is, glorious Star Destroyer. Let's add, just to get a sense of the scale, let's add the X-Wing from yesterday. So here it is, how big it is. I think it's in an appropriate scale. Yeah, that would be something I would like flying around. Yes. Okay, let's remove it. I don't really need. Why am I doing this weird blind test? Let's add the Star Destroyer to my main scene. Bam. Ooh, look at this with the light. It looks so nice. This is the AGR I was mentioning before. People make this amazing, beautiful things and just set them free to the world. And this is something that makes me so happy to know people are doing, these things. It's such a nice thing to do. And if you ever made something artistic, you know how important it is for you. You know, it's your baby. You make it. You made it. Okay, let's stop talking and move the Star Destroyer to the side. Let's hide the target spawner. I just want to get a sense of the scale. Let's again make sure I'm not going to have too loud sound. Okay, no, the sound is fine in OBS. Let's run it. And ooh, here it is. Look at it. Yes, this is going to be fun. Uh, I'm going to enjoy fighting the turrets on this. Pow, 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 pow. Yes. This makes me happy. Okay, so let's delete it for now. Re-enable the target spawner and go back to our scene. So yeah, the scale is good. This entire long tangent was just me wanting to look at the scale. You think it should be bigger? Okay, let's we can totally try it. Try making it bigger. So for now, let's add this blue. Do I want the blue jets? No, I don't think I want blue jets. I think I just want. I looked at the images, look at the references. So it seems like it's just blue. No, nothing going out. So maybe I just put some omnilight behind here, like some blue omnilight. I'm going to try doing it. So let's put an omnilight in the correct location. Yes, let's make it stronger. Let's make it blue. Blue. Yes. More. Thank you. Should it be directional? No, not directional. Should it be... What other types of lights? Let's look at lights for a second. Spotlight. Do I want spotlight? Does spotlight fit better here? I think so. I think so. Let's change it. Okay, and let's rotate. And make it more to the back, but not as wide. Oh, whoa, guy, come on. What are you doing, my friend? Is it too much? Is this what we want? Duplicate and move to the exact other side. Duplicate, move to the center and back. And let's start by saving it to our space showcase. Yes. And we have the Star Destroyer. Let's save it. And now let's add this to my main scene. Star Destroyer scene from my space showcase. And now I'm going to get the light. I can see the light when I play. And this would be better. So let's do it. Let's fly to the back of the ship. Do we get the blue light already? Is it just me, or are we don't seeing any light? No light. Maybe we need more energy. More like this. Or is it just going to interact with objects? Let's try again. Let's this time try and fly. Let's reduce the throttle so we slow down. Do I become blue? No, I don't think I can see the lights here. Oh, yeah, no, I just saw it for a second. Yeah, I don't want this. I want the Omni light. I'm going to delete. Oh, wait. Change type. Omni light. Yes, this would be better. Big blue lights. Yes. Okay, so let's do it. 8, and now let's do the other. Change type, Omnilight, and 8. So range 10, no, not 10, 8, 8, and 8. Okay, this looks better, and I think, yeah, this looks much better. So we have this, we have, what else might we want? Okay, now I need to decide whether I want to start by working on the entrance, which when I say entrance, I mean the Star Destroyer, phasing in and pushing all the cubes aside. Are we going to start with this, or are we going to start with the turrets? And I feel like the most important thing right now is to make the turrets work. Without the turrets, we don't have a game, and the turrets have potential to give us some trouble. So I'm going to start with them. Okay, so let's do the turrets. Let's open a new scene. So we have jets, we have the visualizer. We not just need the turrets. New scene, script, turrets. Now let's see how modular I made the script. This is a good test for me because I only made one type of turrets up until now. So enemies, turret. Oh, I have a scene for it. So sorry, don't save. So new inherited scene. Ooh, nice. Good on me. So let's add a base. And I think I call it turret base. So we have it right now. It's oriented properly. We said we wanted to add some. So to add little children, turret base. And we Madman, we were thinking we were thinking you said metallic gray, right? So let's do a metallic gray material, override, new special material. Albedo color should be dark gray, and metallic, move it, metallic should be higher. Now it's going to reflect. Let's do 75, 0.05. It's going to reflect this, the green from the HDR and all the rest of the colors from the cubes and from everything else. So this is going to be the trit base. Now we have the rotation, elevation, and guns. Why did I do it like this? Okay, I'm just going to trust myself. Pest self, please don't disappoint me with bad, uh, unfathomable code. Thank you. So in my elevation, I need two guns. So let's do a mesh instance. And it's going to be a new cylinder. And let's create it. I want the top radius to be 0.1, less 0.05, bottom 0.05. It can be 1. Move it down a little bit, and let's rotate. No, it should be longer. So 2. Yes, let's rotate till it's completely flat and move it inside. And to the side. Seems about right. Let's try elevating. Ooh, I don't like it. This I don't like. Oh, I should, oh my god, that's so annoying. I should have probably made this part rounder so I wouldn't get this. Ay, ay, ay. What do we say, chat? Well, I can be that lazy. Sorry. Let's go back to Blender. Let's look at it again. So what I need is to take this down, and I want to take this too and extrude, not extrude, just Control B on the edges. Oh, you mean bevel? Um, I don't know. I'm thinking of changing some stuff. I'm thinking of adding simply something round inside. No, like like an icosphere or a sphere. When in doubt, look at the references. So how does it seem to look? Seems like there's a cylinder here, right? And the cylinder itself rotates. So I'm thinking something like this. Okay, I'm going to if I take this faces and I extrude and move, does it do what I want? No. What I want is to make this go inside. So does scaling it? does the trick. And then taking this up. Not too much. Scale x0. Sorry, no. Scale y0. And now I can rotate x. Maybe something like, no, that's ugly. But I can take these edges, circles, select them, and just them move back. Okay, and now in Godot, I'm going to add a cylinder inside this, and I'm going to rotate the cylinder. I think this might look all right. Let's try. So what I want to do is, first of all, Godot doesn't like people deleting things under his nose, so let's not do it. What? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll delete this one. And now I'm going to save everything. Yes, I'm going to exit Godot. I'm going to go to my file explorer. I'm going to delete the old turret base. Pop models, star destroyer, turret base. We don't want you anymore. Thank you. I select just this. Yes. File, export, sgltf, turret base, include. Just selected it. And we probably got it. Now we can reopen Godot. And take a dogfight. Pop, nice. Source. And we want the space showcase, and we want to open our turret scene again, and in our turret base, add to turret base. Okay, and we need to reassign the material. So editable children, turret base, material override, new spatial material. Albedo should be some gray, dark gray. And metallic should be 0.75. That's it. That's where we stopped. And now in my elevation, I'm going to add an intermediate mesh. And it is going to be the base. And we're going to make these children of base. And base is simply going to be a cylinder itself. And we're going to rotate it. Maybe not yet. Maybe stay child of rotation, of elevation, just a second more. And now we can rotate it, scale it. Oh, not scale. Let's change everything here. So I want probably 0.7, 0.7, and 1.5, maybe. Is it good? Yeah, that seems okay. And now I can take the gun and put it under base. Maybe lower it a little bit. Let's look at it from the side. Yes, we want to lower it ever so slightly. Now when I take elevation and I rotate, is it rotating? Yeah, because it's not flush. Okay, yeah, I know what the problem is. So I'm going to take my base, and I'm going to take the transform. Did I choose the base? Yes. So I put 0, 0, and I'm simply going to take the elevation node, and I'm going to raise it. And now when I rotate the elevation node, I get desired effect. Great, we got it. We got it working. And all we need is this gun. I want it to be slightly bigger, maybe not so much. Oh, you know what? That's fine. I like it like this. And duplicate and send it to the other side. Send it to the other side. Send it to the other side. Thank you. Fine. That's it. That's the turret. This is how it's going to look. And we now need to add some guns. And we need to, for that purpose, create the gun, a special bullet scene for our gun. But before we do it, we can add my custom gun script, and we can move it. We want it to be at the edges of our turrets. So let's duplicate, take the second transform, move it to negative. Why are you doing this, my friend? What is rotated here that is causing this annoying behavior? Never mind, I'm just gonna do it manually and raise it. Okay, so the guns are ready. Let's make a bullet scene. So we want to create the bullet scene. We're going to call it uh, space bullet enemy. Let's save it in my space showcase. And we have the other bullets here. Yeah, laser bullet. So this is going to be space bullet enemy. Save it. How hard would it be? Define hard. So to write a shader that add a tint, a red color tint to a specific area, and especially what you asked for. You asked for just the end of the gun. So it meaning um, using the UV, you can know how far away a part of the gun is from the tip. So you can write a shader that has some uniform float value that you can control from the script. And the more you fire, you increase this uniform value. And when this value goes from 0 to 1, it's going to color more and more from the top of the gun being red. And you can add some sampler. So what I mean, you can add a texture that you paint in. I don't know if I use Affinity Designer, but you can add some texture, and you can only make it red based on this distribution. I don't know if that made any sense, but that sounds like a great stream. Chilling with and trying to create a gun that becomes red at the edge. I have this type of stream planned for the jet engine. I want the jet effect, the jet sounds, everything. Create maybe a jet engine, make it look like I don't know, like a factory. Create like a factory scene and create the perfect jet engine. So this is a stream I have planned when I finish this modeling month. Okay, now I completely forgot what I was doing. Space bullet enemy. Good thing I can write. I can read and write. Otherwise, I wouldn't survive. So what do we want? Let's add a mesh instance. And it's going to be a sphere, a capsule, sorry. And we should make it small and not as long. And I want it to also emit, and it shouldn't be that complex. We can do with much less. And we can add a material, new spatial material. It's going to be in a different color from our bullet, so let's maybe red. Yes, and add some emission, also pretty red, and add some strength. Now again, when we are using rigid bodies as physics objects, and we want to make sure as bullets, sorry, and we want to make sure that we won't, because we move too fast, miss our target between two physics updates. We're going to create a collision shape which is very long. So let's create a collision shape, make it a capsule, make it very narrow, but we want it to be long. And this will make sure that even if the bullet moves too fast, it wouldn't miss the target. So this is a very important thing to do if you ever plan on using fast moving rigid bodies and you want to make sure that they collide with the target. So this is at least how I do it. Maybe you guys have a better solution and I would love to hear it, but this is for sure going to work. And what do we need? Lifetime, let's do it 5. And we don't want the gravity to affect us, and we don't want any friction. So I'm pretty sure that that's it for the space bullet. So now we have 2 guns. I might delete this because I'm going to edit the gun somewhat. So let's look at the debug turret, because I don't remember how I need to do it. So let's go to enemies, debug turret scene. Let's look at the guns there. So autofire is on. We shouldn't listen to input. We give it some bullet resource. We don't need to give it muzzle velocity because the turret has a muzzle velocity. The turret is very complex, by the way. I'm thinking of making a tutorial of how you make auto-aiming turrets, but it involves a lot of physics and a lot of math, and I'm not sure a lot of people would like to see me talking about kinematic equations for 20 minutes. So I don't know if I'll ever end up doing it. So yeah, it has the muzzle velocity, so we don't need to send it. We do need to send a fire rate and fire sound. Is it in the turret? No. So when do I play the sound? Interesting. Okay, we're going to soon find out. So we're going to go to our gun, auto fire, don't listen to input, give it our bullet resource. Fire rate 3 seem to work. Wait for sound, no. Fire sound, no. Duplicate, now. Move it to the correct location. And this turret, let's look at it. Okay, bullet speed 50 seems reasonable. Turret range 100 seems reasonable. Target update time, let's do, yeah, two. Yeah, we have one target, it doesn't really matter right now. Seconds ahead, mean distance, max distance. Pop, 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 pop. Let's just go to my debug turret and let's just copy params and paste params. Great. Now we know we have a good setup. Okay. Let's look at the gun. Do I need to add anything? No. No. Now the $1,000,000 question. Will it work? My gut feeling says 0% chance this is going to already work. but we'll see in a second. Okay, let's just add the collision shape. Let's make it big, because I always say this, I feel like I'm starting to repeat myself, but when you create games, the player will never blame his skill for him missing. If he misses, it's because the game is broken and the developer is stupid. So we need to create the collision shape bigger, just to make sure that the player have some wiggle room with his success chances. Okay, okay. So let's give it a test run. Let's go to my Star Destroyer scene, and we saw that we had like 3 turrets here. So let's add them. Did I just name it turret? Wow, that's such a bad naming scheme. I have a million things called turret. Space Showcase turret. Okay, at least I got that going for me. There you are, my turret. Okay, slightly to the back. D. Are you floating? Yes, you are. So are you. Nice. Shift D. Control D. Okay. It seems like a good start. Let's save and run and see, get all the errors in the world and fail miserably at using code I wrote not so long ago. Of course. Debug endpoint. Debug endpoint. Is it something with debug turrets? Yes, yes it is. How does it look? I think it was when I was debugging. Who are you? Debug endpoint. Oh, it's the red ball. You know what? I think it's a good idea to edit. I like this red ball. It helped me visualize. And what is the path exactly to you? Debug endpoint. So you are a direct son of my turret. Debug endpoint. Fine. Mesh instance. Debug endpoint. And you should be a small sphere. 0.5, 0.51, and you should be red so it would be easy to see you. I might add it as um, a demo to my itch.io page. If it's going to work. You are very optimistic. I like it, but I'm very pessimistic about me finishing a nice looking version. It's going to probably look good enough to create a nice video to show, but I have a feeling I'm not going to have anything better than this. Okay, let's save, let's run and get another error for sure, 100%. Ooh, oh my god. Are they shooting me? Oh my god. I can't believe it's working. Yes. You see the red balls when they try to aim at me. Too slow, guys, too slow. Woo. Wow. This turned up to be better than I thought. Hello, guys. Whoa. I don't think they're challenging enough. I think I need to tweak some parameters in the turret. So let's see what I can change to make them harder. Rotation speed. That's so low. Let's do like twice as fast. Elevation speed. Let's do 15. Let's try now. Oh snap. What is happening? I feel like the turrets are going crazy. Can you see this? I need to add like a stop flying button. Let's go to my X-Wing for a second and let's make it the slowest X-Wing imaginable. And let's take my ship and put it close to the turrets, and I want to see what's happening. Ow, 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 stop it. I just want to look at you. Why you bully? Why you bully me? Hey, hey. God damn it. Okay, that's too far. Let's go slightly closer to them. I really want to look at the turrets. I don't know why. They look funny to me. I don't think they move like I want them. Yeah, you see it doesn't rotate. The turret body stays in place. But why? Rotation. Base. What? Oh, okay. So where is my? Oh, I added to. Okay, I get it now. Okay, this should do the trick. Let's look at it now. Yes, thank you. That looks better. I feel like I need to see. There's a problem. I didn't do a raycast. They currently always try to. Um, you can look at my old scenes. Let's look at one so you'll understand what I'm talking about, and I wouldn't just talk to myself about things you don't understand. Um, oh, this is starting to become really messy. But if I look at my test scene, okay, the turrets are laying down at okay, you see they're at ground level, and the plane will always be above them. So I never needed to do a raycast to see that we're not shooting at anything. But now it seems like we maybe do need to do it. Um, okay, let's continue with everything else, and if we'll see that it's too obvious and it's ruined the fun and the immersion, I'll fix it. But it's a low priority, I think, at least for now. And turret, I moved the turret base and it seems to remove the material. Or did it? Nice. Okay, to maybe combat it a little bit, I wouldn't let I wouldn't let it to go too low. Let's give it -5, not more. You see the turrets from the other side of the ship are also firing at me. Yeah, this is pretty broken, but also pretty fun. Let's see. I'm not sure that I can already explode the turret as is, but let's try firing at them a little bit. Let's give my X-wing some thrust to work with. I want to make it um, more agile. So I'm going to remove. Let's do like 30 minimum throttle. Let's do 0.75. Start faster, and I want the turn speed to be larger. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do 360. Yeah. Okay, let's go slightly away. Oh, stop it. You can see the red bullets. They are trying to still aim at me, but they will only open fire when they think they can hit me. So yeah, I can't really hit targets currently. I'm surprised how good it's not to not to be too much of to pat my own back, but I really like how it's starting to look. What do you guys think in general? How does it look? What would you change? Lights to the Star Destroyer. That's a good point. X-wing too fast. Okay, let's experiment with the X-wing speed. I think you're right. I don't know if it's too fast or maybe the turrets are too easy. You know, because it's fun that it's like agile and moving. Okay, let's do experiments with speeds and difficulty level. That's a great point. Okay, let's take these two turrets, duplicate them, and move them up, or not up, sorry. Move them to here. Okay, and let's add some more turrets. Come on, select the turret, goddammit. Thank you. Control D, move it to the front. Let's put it on this island. It looks nice. Okay. Maybe this one should also be slightly further away. It's slightly floating. That's better. And maybe one here. Oh, yeah, I don't like this one here. So maybe I just take this one and put it here. Yes, this looks pretty great. Okay, so we have the Star Destroyer. We have the turrets. Let's run one more time. Let's just see how we're looking, and afterwards I'll make it so that we could explode the turrets. Okay, yeah, they're firing at me. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, this one is floating. I don't know if you caught that. this one is floating. And let's hide the debug endpoint. We don't need it. Run it again. Okay, I don't like that they can't aim straight up. I think in this specific instance, it would be great if they could look up. So maximum range should be 110 maybe, and aim straight range should be 0, and they should rotate faster. So let's do 50 and 25. Let's try again. Add some turrets under the Star Destroyer. I like how you can read my minds into things that I don't want to do because I'm afraid it's going to break the game. So I never tested whether or not if I rotate my turret upside down, will the code still work? Will it hold true? Did I check all the all the edge cases of turrets being upside down? Okay, but multi is for you, my friend. I'm going to do it and hopefully not break my game. So let's do it. Let's go to my Star Destroyer. Let's take this turret, duplicate it, move it down, and rotate like this. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh my god, I'm so stressed. Will it work? Let's see. Let's go to it and let's see if it's aiming remotely correct. Okay, it seems like it does. But I think I might need to do the following thing. I think the maximum elevation should be like 5, and the minimum should be negative 110. Let's try now. Come on, turret, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, fire me. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's try again. Wow. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be able to look too much down. Let's test something. Let's go to this turret and let's try and do editable children, and we're going to take the elevation because the rotation seems to work properly. Let's see. So if I do this, I go up. Okay, so it's not that. It's probably something deeper, something within the code that I did wrong. Um, it's not it's not broken. It's just that it can't aim too low. I mean, if that's going to be the biggest problem, then I'm 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 signing. Where can I sign to make it that this is going to be the biggest problem? Okay, so let's. Is it Alt 7? Yes. Control D. Oh, can't operate. Blah 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 blah. Sorry. No editable children. Control D. Move. Let's have another one here. So you're not hovering, right? Great. So we have 2 down. Let's make a third one. Okay, so I think we have an operational Star Destroyer. And okay, let's collect our thoughts for a second and think what we still need to do. So we want the turrets to be explodable. So this is one. And we want yeah, so we want the turrets to explode, and we also want the Star Destroyer to whoosh in after we start playing and uh, push all the cubes away. So this is going to be, I think, the next thing we are going to do. Maybe do a little, just a slight work on the entrance of this Star Destroyer. So yes, how are we going to do it? So what I want to do is first of all, let's look at my target for a second. So yeah, let's remove the turrets, the space bullet, and the debug turret. The Star Destroyer I still need, and I need the main scene, and I also need the target. Where are you? Come on, my friend. Space showcase, space target. Where is space target? Here it is. Space target. So we need the space target, and we need the Star Destroyer. What else? That's it, I think. Okay, so in my space target, I'm going to create a new function, and the new function is going to be called func fly away, and fly away is going to return nothing. It is going to receive a vector 3, which is where are we flying away from. Does it make sense? Hopefully. And what we are going to do is calculate the direction, which is going to be I want the vector from v to me, so global transform origin negative minus v, and we want the normalized version. So this is the direction I want to fly in. Let's add some variable, and we call it strength. It's going to be a float, and let's say 5 maybe. Okay. Okay, so we have the direction, and what I want to do now is the following. Let's add another variable, call it flying. Flying, if I can spell for a second, thank you. Flying bool, oh my god, equal false. And in the physics process, we're going to do the following. So if flying pass, else do this visualizing thing. If I'm flying, I want to translate, or maybe there's like a global translate, right? Global translate. And let's have a variable for velocity, which is also a vector 3. And global translate velocity times delta. Okay, and now we can set velocity equal direction times strength. Okay, and let's set flying to be true. And now, after we started flying, I'm going to do a very dirty trick, which I don't recommend, but this is basically a small game jam that we're doing right now. So I'm going to do the following. I'm going to get a tree, and I'm going to create a timer, and I'm going to wait for, let's give our cubes 3 seconds to fly, and then we are going to do yield, and we're going to wait for timeout, and after we time out, we are going to call q3 on the target, or maybe not q3. That's an interesting question. Do I want everything to explode? If so, I think the sound is going to be pretty bad. So let's do 2 tests. Okay. Okay. So let's go to my main scene, and let's add some function input. Sorry, input pass. And do I have any debug things here? I have, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you're left, you're right. I have right debug, right mouse button. That sounds promising. So if event dot is action pressed debug right mouse button, get tree, get nodes in group, targets, and let's go to my target scene and let's make sure we are in a group. Targets, and we're going to do for t in targets t dot, and I think I declare it, yeah, I don't want it to be private, I want it to fly away. You know what, let's be smart, let's do something beautiful. Why do this like this with getting working with groups is very nice. It's I encourage it, but I'm pretty sure I have an event system ready. So let's look at the, oh yeah, I have an event system. So let's do signal star destroyer entered, and it's going to send a location. And I'm going to go to my target. Oh, sorry, just a second. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. So where was I? So I added this event star destroyer entered, and I'm going to go to my main scene, and instead of doing all this, I'm just going to do events dot emit signal star destroyer entered, and I'm going to send the star destroyer dot global transform origin, and now it doesn't make it private. It's just like in Python. It just make make me remember that I didn't intend to use it from outside the class. Okay, so let's go to space target, and now all we need to do is in our ready function events dot connect star destroyer entered to my flyaway function, and now I can actually make it private, and now this should happen. So what I'm thinking should happen is me pressing right mouse button, and all the targets are just going to fly away. So let's see if that really happens, and let's go to my main function. Let's go to my X-Wing. I'm going to go to the transform, center it here, remove all the thrust, and let's play. And we have the Star Destroyer here. We have all the cubes. Press right mouse button, and you see they are all flying away from the Star Destroyer and dying. So this is working, but the strength was really underwhelming. So now that we know that, we can pump it up to like 100. Kick it up to 100. Let's do it right now. And right click, bam, everything is flying away. Kick it up to 1,000. And bam. Woo! You saw that? That was nice. Again. So imagine we see nothing, then suddenly the Star Destroyer just whooshed into the scene and all the cubes fly away. I think it's going to be nice. Let's continue. So we have the main scene, and we have this event that we can call if we want to do it. So let's make it more complex. So we're going to do it like this: func enter Star Destroyer. So we're going to do this here. We are going to call enter Star Destroyer here. But before we want everything to fly away, let's go to our world. Let's add a tween node. And let's do here yield tween. Okay, I'll do it like this, tween. And I'm going to cache it on ready var tween equal tween yield tween all completed. So we're going to do it like this, and here we're going to do tween interpolate property of our Star Destroyer, and we want to interpolate the translation, and we want to have this var s. It's going to be Star Destroyer dot global transform dot origin, and var end is going to simply be vector3 0 0 0, meaning it's going to go to the origin. So start end. Let's do it in a very short while, and let's do a trans sign, and let's do is out. Okay, now I want to take my Star Destroyer, sorry, the Star Destroyer in my main scene, and I want to send it away to something like 300. No, that's not far enough. 2000. Yeah, we can barely see it. That's great. Now I want to, in my main scene, not to 0, to 0, negative 27, 0. That's it. Well, we can do it like this. S times vector 3, 0, 1, 0. So it will stay in the same position. And now when I press this, we need to do tween dot start. And now when I press this, we are going to whoosh the Star Destroyer inside, wait for it to arrive, and then push all the cubes away. And let's give it a try. Ooh, Ooh, that's nice. I'll just add something to so that I can know where I need to look. Okay, let's do it again. And are you ready? Because it seems to be nice, so let's see if it's as nice as I thought it is. Where are you, goddammit? If you see the red blob, let me know. Oh, there it is. There's our cube. And 3, 2, 1, Star Destroyer. Woo! Wow, that's nice. That's actually pretty nice. I like it. Okay, one last effect we want to accomplish. Um, I want like a shockwave to to um, to, um, so that it would look like there's like this force coming with the Star Destroyer itself. So let's do it right now. All I need to do actually is I can actually use this small ball. It's in the correct location right now. Let's change the spatial material to something purple like this. Let's make it slightly transparent, and we need to mark the flag as transparent. Maybe not that transparent. I want to be able to see it. And this mesh instance has a radius. So what I can do is call here tween dot interpolate property, and we call it force field. And we are going to take our force field and we are going to edit and now I need to go to mesh instance mesh instance. It has a mesh property and primitive mesh, I think, and it's going to be sphere mesh, and this is the property I want to interpolate. So force field dot mesh, and I want to interpolate radius, and let's do from 3 to 500, and I want it to happen in a very short while, so something like this. And we're going to do tween linear, and we're going to do is in. It doesn't matter because in linear it's just ignore this. And now it should already work. Let's do it. So let's look at our cube, or our sphere again. So here it is, and let's do 3, 2, 1, go. So just a second. I think it just made it bigger. Do we have anything? Oh yeah, I need to do height also, and the height should be double the what I write over there. So let's duplicate this, and we want to change the height from 6 to 1000. let's try it again. Where is my marker? There it is. And 3, 2, 1, go. That was too fast. So let's give it like 0.7. 0.7. 3, 2, 1, go. Too fast. Let's do 200, 400. 3, 2, 1, go. So let's do 50, let's do 100, and let's do 0.3 and 0.3. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that's interesting. I think I might need to add some emission to make it really nice. Let's do something crazy like 5 and something like this orange. And now let's try, no, before I try it again, I want it to be bigger again. And at the end, I want to go to my force field and hide it. Let's do it again. Now it's too visible. I'll probably need to hide it, but that's another problem. 3, 2, 1, go. Was this good? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I liked it. It seems like the Star Destroyer appeared outside of the outside. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let's maybe start. Let's start big and go 150, 300, and let's make it like this. Let's see if it works. Let's try now. Let's do everything slightly slower. Okay, I think it should be two separate things. It should be like this. Okay, and now I can make it fast again. And now let's look at it one more time, and hopefully it would look the way I want it to look. So, bam. And I didn't feel like I saw the... Oh, because it's immediately hiding. So now I want to yield again. And 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry for that. Just a second. Let's look at this one more time. 3, 2, 1, go. I like it. I think that's pretty nice. And now let's go to my X-Wing. Let's give us our speed back. And let's play it again. And now we are flying around, we are shooting some cubes, and we're not suspecting anything, and suddenly 3, 2, 1, boom, a Star Destroyer appears. Oh my god, it's firing at me. And I need to destroy the turrets. Why Indiana Jones though? That's a weird thing to hum. Again, let's do it again. So we're flying around, not suspecting anything, exploding cubes, and suddenly, boom, Star Destroyer appeared. And that's it. Am I okay? Yeah, I needed to jump for a second because I need to actually uh, do some laundry. It's pretty late where I live, so I multitask and I do some chores. So yeah, I have my washing machine just finished, so I put it out in a basket, and now after I'll finish here, I'll probably hang it to dry at night. 2 more Star Destroyers. That's actually that would probably be so sweet. I mean, that would be juicy as hell. The thing that would make it perfect is if I could have some AI planes flying around and trying to fight me. But this is going to take I think at least another week of working. Okay, let's try to do it like this. Okay, let's try and make my life easier. So let's add the spatial node. Okay, and let's add the Star Destroyer to the spatial node. And let's call it destroyers. Destroyers. And now let's jump to here. This is my Star Destroyer. And now I can duplicate, move it here, duplicate, and move it here. And now instead of doing the interpolation with my Star Destroyer, I can just do it with my destroyers. And that's it. Let's try it right now. I'm pretty sure it's just going to work. So we're flying, we're not suspecting anything. Oh look, cute cubes. Bam. Nothing happens. Oh my god. Why didn't you move, my friends? If I move you, wait, if I take you. Oh, that's so stupid. That's just stupid. Okay, transform. 0. Thank you. Now you and you should go back. And now Star Destroyer, oh no, Destroyers, transform Z2000. Now let's do it. And we're not suspecting anything, we're flying, blah 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 blah. Boom, 3 Star Destroyers. What? 3? That's horrible. No. No, I think I'll stick with 1 force field for all of them. Okay, so what do we have left? I think just the exploding turrets. Am I right? I'm pretty sure I'm right. So let's go to my, we can close this. we can go to my Star Destroyer, so sorry, to my turret scene, and what we want is an explosion, and explosion. It's going to be here, explosion. We want an audio stream for explosion sound. I think debug turret has some. Oh, thank you. That's one hell of a compliment, my friend. Thank you. So I think I'm not going to stress too much over over this. I think I'll just hide everything here. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. So we have the explosion. So let's go to my turret script. Let's copy these params. Let's remove, add from source enemies turret, create. Now paste params. That's great. Let's see that I didn't ruin anything. Okay, it seems to be working. Great, so now in this script, what I want is for detecting collisions. So we go here to my turret node signals, and we want body entered, and we'll have a variable for life. And I really don't need to copy everything here. I can just go to my targets, star space target scripts, and I need the life, and I need the hit and explode, which we are going to edit, but this is the functions I need. And I can just run the same test and do the exact same thing here. So we don't have a visualizer, but we can simply hide ourselves. Oh, we can't hide everything, so let's do rotation.hide. And yeah, that's it. Probably. Let's try. And yes, we can shoot the turrets. I need to scale the explosion up a lot. Let's do like 777. Huge explosion. I don't like that I can't look at the... Bam. And we want this explosion sound, so let's edit assets, music, explosion. Make it juicy and strong. And yes, we have a game. Oh, it's kind of hard with all this. Stop firing me! Stop! Why you bully? Why you bully? Ow! Ow! Yes. Ow! 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 Stop firing. Okay, the turrets are too hard, so let's. I can't create a video of me being bad at my game. I tried it, didn't work. So let's reduce the speed. So let's return to like 30 and 15. Let's try now. Now there are going to be such an easy targets, but there are so many. So, ooh, what are those? Yeah, die. No. Yes. No. Yes. Explode. Oh, it made me so happy where you can you know we start working. How long am I streaming for? 3 hours. So 3 hours ago I had nothing. Now we have X-wing fighting three star destroyers in deep space, and this is I just love it. There's nothing like creating. It's great. Feels good. Oh! Stop it. Yeah. Okay, guys, come on. Input. What can I improve? And don't give me big things. Just small stuff that we can tweak, and then I'll probably go and record a demonstration video and upload it. So, yeah. Any input you have, I would like to hear it. Ooh, muzzle flesh. That's good. Hey, Multis. Look what happened when you were gone. Oh, glitches. Glitches get stitches. Okay, one thing I want to change is the bloom. I want it to be much more pronounced. Ooh, ouch. Stop. You know what? I'm going to cheat a little bit and I'm going to take the I'm going to take the enemy bullets and I'm going to shamelessly take the collision shape and disable it because I don't want I can't explode and it looks weird when it just slightly pushes my ship away. Oh no. Yeah, so that's it, guys. I think I have a lot of things I can improve here, and probably muzzle flesh is a good suggestion. But I think for for now, this is pretty much good enough. I think we can call it an evening. I'll probably take another hour to record some demonstrations and upload it to YouTube. And but I think basically for this stream, I'm done. So yeah, thank you so much for giving me some company during this very long stream. It was much more fun with you guys with me, and hope to see you soon. Tomorrow there's no stream, but the day afterwards I'm going to do another one. And if you have any suggestions for which spaceship you want me to model, just let me know and I'll do it. And I'll model the ship you want. So in any case, have a great night and see you Wednesday. Goodbye.